Hello everybody, Accureye here, and welcome back to another Warframe video. So, I thought in today's video we talk about Ivaros, and the reason he's actually probably by far one of the best solo run characters in the game. I mean, there are very few characters who can kind of claim a solo run character, and I mean, while Atlas is also probably one of the bigger solo run characters that people will go to, personally, I find that, you know, obviously, that, obviously, people, don't realize how strong Ivaros is, and, I think that for the most part, Ivaros is actually a fairly good character for, those of you who are solo runners, or at least want to be, in it for solo runs. And the reason why I think he's one of the best is because if you are a solo runner and for any reason you fall, unlike, um, every other character who has to use a revive, Ivaros is by far great for solo runs because if he falls, he will enter his sarcophagus mode, which the sarcophagus mode allows you to basically revive yourself. And as long as you can drain health and enough people of their health to revive yourself, you will basically be like a freebie revive for anyone in your party. And I mean, also your party members, if they feel like it, can contribute their shields. I've noticed that the shield drains first before the health. So I mean, if your party members are so nice and want to allow you to, or will allow you to, basically, basically drain their shield. I believe you can revive from that, because I know one time I was accidentally sapping the shield from one of my teammates, and I ended up getting a revive. But I mean, more than that, Ivaros has his Scarab armor, or the Scarab ability, which basically, in general, as it is, increases your overall armor. Thus make it to where, even like in moments like this where I'm basically like, AFK, and I accidentally win a little AFK here. Even in those AFK moments, I still was able to basically end up basically, basically surviving. So, I mean, in general, you can see how valuable Ivaros is. Now, obviously, Ivaros does have an issue. One of the main issues is, of course, he doesn't have shield. Unlike every other Warframe out there, Ivaros doesn't have shield. So, I mean, in general, obviously, you have to, you obviously, in general, have to, of course, you have to, of course, take the time to really, just manage and remember that, unlike every other Warframe, you're not going to have shields. It's kind of a, if you will, one-off deal. And, of course, with that being said, it does mean that you're going to, you're going to basically have to manage your health wisely. Like, while you can take on a load of people, Ivaros doesn't handle well against, I don't know, like, let's just say 20, 30 people at one point in time. And even here, where I would kind of AFK, I mean, you can kind of see how, Ivaros still kind of can protect himself. Like, the Scarabs pretty much protect himself. Now, I was a little tired when I recorded this, and I think I did go AFK a few times, mostly because, as it is, I always record these videos, during the times when I'm, the first few days of the week. So, of course, there are times where, you will see moments like this where I might be, where I might be kind of out of it or zoning a little. So I do apologize, but you know, as you can see, I mean, even just having Def Cube also helps, and I think it might have been Def Cube that was hurting those guys, but I'm not sure entirely. I mean, as I've said, sometimes when I'm recording these things, I will say that I do of course edge out or I do blank out a little bit because obviously I record 7 videos a day for you. I also end up streaming. As you all know, if you've been watching my channel a lot, I've been lately saying that I'm trying to work a schedule to possibly stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and potentially Sunday. And I mean, with that having been said, obviously, when I'm recording these 7 days of videos a week for you, there are times when I may end up like, late shift and, kind of like, zoning out. But anyway, with that being said, I mean, obviously, as you can see, Ivaros is very, very powerful, very, very sturdy for of course, single players or, or of course, whatever you want to do, overall. So, but yeah, I mean, obviously, as you can see, I think I've given you enough a little bit of a showcase to kind of give you an idea of Ivaros and what you can do. But I mean, obviously, if this is this is going to be a bit of a shorter video. But I mean, overall, I just don't see much to say about Ivaros. I mean, I love his tornado ability, which allows you to suck in or bring people into a storm where they're pretty much unprotected. I like his Devour ability, which of course allows him to regain health and also just in general, restore everything. And also, if Devour does kill while you're devouring your enemy, you can see here, you saw there how he gained one with the sand or a sand minion. I also like his kick storm ability, or the ability where he kicks up dust or sand into someone's eyes. And while I did not show off this ability, it is a great ability for spy missions in case you ever want to get into a point where in case you ever get into a point where for some reason or another you end up now being on the spotted and you don't want the alarm to go off or anything like that. But in general, I mean, obviously, Ivaros is a very, very powerful and very, very strong character. Great for solo missions, and even great for those times where you may just feel a little sleepy and you're kind of nodding off maybe here and there. You can see how when I was AFK, or maybe I was nodding off at that point and not paying attention, you could easily see how Ivaros basically can take on anybody, and it almost has no downside. But with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me on this video. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, you know what to do. Hit the like button, get subscribed, hit the bell notification because I know you want to know when my next video drops next. Thank you everybody for joining me on this video. I am live on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/Accureye. I am live on Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday for sure for 4 to 5 hours, and I'm still considering and planning and making a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and potentially Sunday stream. Monday, Tuesday, and potentially Sunday will be 2 to 3 hours, and of course Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday will be around 4 to 5 hours. But with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me today. Thank you for watching this video, and until the next one, this is Accureye signing out and saying farewell, everyone.